You can't keep doing this. You can't just work yourself to the ground because at the end of the day, your health is way more important than a work project. This is episode 80. I am so happy that you're here and thank you for joining my show, your coach, Helen Uskovic. I am on a worldwide mission to help people get confident in putting themselves first because I used to put myself second my whole life. And because of that, I experienced every unhealthy relationship possible. An unhealthy relationship with myself, my health, my wealth, my intimate relationships, my family, my friends, and my career. I'm now living in an abundance that I used to just dream about. So I want to pave the way for you too. It's time, guys. It's time that you live in the life of your dreams as well. So let's take a step towards that right now. P.S. Subscribe to my podcast on your app now so that you always tune in to my new episodes. Hello, and welcome to episode 80. OMG. I can't believe we're up to this already. Today's podcast show is without a guest. I am the guest today because I've been speaking to people this last week, and something that's coming up is corporate stress and stress in an office environment and how much people are overworked, not sleeping, and just feeling super stressed at work. Now, one thing is for sure, you must proactively take control of your own stress levels. You can't expect anyone to do it for you because they won't. Stress levels at work are higher than ever. Stress can hurt your relationship. Stress can hurt your family. Stress can hurt people in your life, your friends. People are actually losing sleep over workplace stress. It's unbelievable. Business professionals usually have lots and lots of projects on their plate. And one of my clients, I remember, because we do group training, she constantly kept missing group training because she had to start work early to complete all of her projects. Then she had to stay back late to complete all of her projects. Then she would go and sleep if she could, then get up early and then go and do that again. And I was just thinking, what is going on? You can't keep doing this. You can't just work yourself to the ground because at the end of the day, your health is way more important than a work project. And that's part of the inspiration for today's episode. And I have a few notes here so that I don't forget anything. The COVID era has seen a lot of companies and businesses restructure. And I feel like a lot of people are facing uncertainty with their future. And again, what I'm hearing is that people are stressed, people are overwhelmed, and they're just overly busy. So what I'm going to do today is share with you 8 helpful ways to reduce work stress so that you can take ownership back of your life before work stress takes over yours. Number 1 is breathe, breath, and mindfulness. So the first thing that we lose quality of when we are stressed is the quality of our breath. And something that I teach when I teach yoga is, what is the quality of your breath at the moment? Is it rich? Is it expansive? Is it full? Or perhaps is it short? Not expansive? Shallow? If you are feeling overwhelmed or you are coming out of a big meeting, for example, a few moments of deep breathing can really help to calm your nerves. Simply stop, pause, Take 5 slow, conscious breaths and slow down each breath one after the other. So let's just do it together now. Take a deep breath in and out. Let's do another one, even slower. Take a deep breath in and out. And that is just 2 breaths. And if you just did it, you can already feel how much that calms your nerves down. This is one of my absolute favorite self-care hacks. And this is on my free self-care list, which you can download on my website. But what I'll do is attach it to the show notes today so that you can also have it. When you're in a situation at work where you feel frustration or angry, try from now on to become mindful instead of immediately reacting or worse, overreacting. You're more likely to overreact if you don't take a moment. So just try that clearing breath. So what I did, because you obviously couldn't see what I just did, is I exhaled with an open mouth. So what you do is you breathe in through your nose and then breathe out through your mouth, making a H-A-H sound like you're trying to fog up a mirror. And this really helps to release the negative emotion and it will help you respond in a much calmer manner. So it will sound like this. You can do it with me. Take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, exhale. And it's like a complete deflation, like a tire that's deflating. It really helps to take out all that tension, angst, and negativity. And something else that's great is to learn to stop self-imposing stress by building up your own self-confidence rather than seeking approval of other people or of your boss. If you are one of those people that gets caught up in other people's opinions of you, practicing mindfulness in these moments and shifting your focus will help. What do you shift your focus to? The task at hand. Okay, so shift your focus to a task at hand, and that instead will help move you towards your goals instead of procrastination. So remember to breathe and remind yourself of your amazing qualities. Use affirmations if, like me, they help you to maintain a growth mindset. So currently I am experiencing hair loss post-COVID, and it's been quite stressful. And stress, as we all know, is not helpful to our body. And something that I did this morning was an affirmation meditation practice. So what I do is I've written these affirmations down, and so they're coming with me all day. And so maybe you can have some affirmations that you can put in your wallet, you can keep on your desk, something just to remind yourself of your amazing qualities. It just helps you maintain a much more positive mindset. Breathing better will also help you remain calm and respond objectively. If you feel like at work you have lost a sense of power in some way, or if you feel out of control in some way, it can really make you feel less confident and it can make you lose your morale. You have to remember all the time, you have control over your feelings and your thoughts. Repeat after me. I have control over my feelings and my thoughts. It's a great practice to always ask yourself, who do I want to be in this very moment? Because what happens is we tend to forget the essence of who we really are when we're in a sticky situation. And this will really help counteract any sort of defensiveness or taking things personally. A conversation to discuss both perspectives to reach a solution should follow once you're able to respond objectively. So that's number one, breathe and become more mindful. Number 2 is self-care. Eat right, drink water, exercise, sleep well, get massages. Eating terribly will only stress your system even more. And when you're not sleeping well, you're not going to replenish your body and your brain the way that it should be replenished so that you can perform at your best. So many people just aren't getting a good quality sleep, and a good quality sleep is essential for recovery for your body. You know, sometimes people have thoughts that just keep racing and racing and racing, which keeps them from falling asleep. And I highly recommend meditation or breathing in these instances and just becoming really mindful of this overthinking pattern and doing everything that you can to stop it, whether that's taking a bath at nighttime, whether that's lighting candles, whether that's burning incense, I don't know, playing some calming music. Do whatever you need to at nighttime to create a ritual that supports you, even if it's just dimming your lights, and getting rid of blue lights. Exercise. I don't need to harp on about the benefits of exercise, but go to the gym, join a fitness squad, do some movement, do some yoga, do some Pilates. I don't care. Just move your body because it's a great way to counteract stress and it's a great way to induce positive feelings. And you could even introduce exercise into your lunch breaks. And at least that way you're getting out of the office and you're doing something great for your mental health. Drinking water is, it's so funny, but sometimes we do need that reminder because we aren't drinking enough water. How much water did you drink yesterday? Think about it. Did you get your whole 2 liters in or close to? Really be mindful of that. And the best way to get your water in is when you wake up, drink a big glass, maybe 2 glasses, whatever you need. But the minute you get up, put some water in your system, replenish the cells in your body, and allow your brain to wake up with hydration. We are a dehydrated species. What else? Massages. Is there anything better than a massage? And when was your last one? Try to make that part of your self-care practice, even if you go get a massage in your lunch break, even if it's just a half-hour massage. But do your best to make sure that you are looking after yourself, okay, and caring for yourself. Again, no one else is going to do it for you. Number 3 is a distraction-free zone. I saw a statistic somewhere that said workers are interrupted about 7 times an hour. And oh my gosh, the distractions were huge. It was something like a couple of hours a day of distractions. We have rings, dings, pings, and all day from emails, phone calls, pop ups, instant messages, and sudden urgent deadlines, which all cause distractions at work. So, what do you have control over? Your response. You can set healthy boundaries such as certain time windows to respond to emails. And you can communicate this to your colleagues and have an autoresponder if you need to. You can set up office hours to talk in person to certain people, or you can just close the door when you need to focus. If you are lucky enough to have your own office, that is. If you don't have your own office, something like I'm doing today, wearing headphones is a great way to show people and tell people that you don't really want to be distracted right now. So make a plan for your distraction-free zone. And those never-ending emails, what can you do? I remember working in an office and there was just emails all day. and it can really consume you. And that's why I thought I might offer a little bit of advice here that you could try. Try for the first 50 minutes of every hour to turn off your email, not minimize it, turn it off entirely so that you're not getting notifications and the rings and dings and pings of new messages. Throw yourself into whatever you're working on with a new focus, okay? And allow yourself to just solely concentrate on that task without distraction. Then, after 50 minutes, open up your email and see what's come in, respond as necessary, and then just shut it off again. If there is an emergency and if that's something that you really worry about, someone will call you, I promise you, or someone will come and find you. So try to eliminate that feeling of every email must be answered right now. They will be responded to in under an hour. It's all good. You might even find that people don't really need immediate responses off you, and that it's just our environment that's made us feel that way, that constant rush, 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 busy, busy, busy. Something else is to make proper use of your time block. Okay, so if you've got that 50 minutes or whatever it is, make proper use of that time block by focusing on just one task at a time in your time block. We are human. We are not meant to multitask. And, there's so many studies that just show that it's not effective. When you're jumping around from task to task and you're multitasking, your brain actually has to stop, shift its focus, and start again. And what happens is you break up that beautiful flow state. Okay. And it doesn't allow for the flow to really focus on something and to produce your best work. Number 4, schedule your day for energy and focus. So, what do I mean by this? Have you ever had lunch at your desk and continued to do work because, again, of that feeling that you won't get it done if you don't? Rush, 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 busy, busy, busy. When you don't prioritize time to step away from your desk, your productivity actually goes down. Your stress levels actually go up. And you have very little energy left over for you and maybe your loved ones or whatever happens when you go home after work. It's pretty simple. Schedule those mini mindful breathing blocks whenever you like. You can do it right now. You can do it at your desk. Schedule a walk, maybe at lunchtime or for one of your breaks. You can schedule little stretch breaks throughout the day to re-energize your brain and your body. These don't take more than 2 minutes, so you can definitely just pause, stretch, stand up, touch your toes, and get back on your desk. You can clear up stress so much more effectively this way. And get out of the building, eat lunch on the grass outside. Go to a park nearby, pick up lunch from a local shop nearby. Do a lunchtime fitness class. I sometimes work at F45 or FS8, and they have lunchtime classes. And it's so nice to see how many people get out of their work environment, come and train, and then go back to work. Giving yourself a work break will allow you to de-stress and set you up to be even more productive when you come back to the office. With the thousands and thousands and thousands of thoughts that flood your mind each day, I suggest that you play a game called the positivity shift, which is a technique that I use actually as a coach. And what that is flipping the internal negativity to positive and supportive thoughts. So this will really help shift your energy up a notch. Be kinder to yourself. When that negativity or that negative thought or whatever it is, negative pattern comes to you in your mind and it floods your brain, shift it to a positive, whatever that is. The easiest way is to make it opposite of what it is that you're thinking and use it like a game. I do it all the time. For example, my current hair situation, post COVID symptoms. Yesterday, I was filled with negativity. And so I thought, no, I've got to incorporate the positivity shift. So today, it's all about positive affirmations. Now, depending on your work, you could also try block a clock, what I mentioned before. And block a clock is choosing an appropriate time, 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours per day, whatever it is, that you can block on your calendar for your productivity time. So shut your office door, maybe put on a set of headphones if you're at a cubicle, and focus on making progress towards your goals. Remember why you're actually working there. You have goals to achieve and to accomplish. Remember, healthy boundaries are absolutely necessary. You may need to explain to colleagues, teammates, employees that this is a non-negotiable time for you to complete specific tasks and that you can schedule in another time with them if it's needed. It's a really great feeling when you knuckle down and get things done ring, ding, ping free. Okay. Or in other words, distraction free. To meet your deadlines and to meet your priorities, set up your success list at the start of your day and delegate or delete any task that isn't really important to your day. So do the tasks that align with your outcome, the outcome that you seek for your day today, and do the tasks that will have the most impact for the outcome that you're seeking for the day. Now, how are we going for time here? Beautiful. We're up to number 5. So number 5 is handle conflict quickly. There is nothing worse than conflicts in the workplace. I believe, and I hope you believe too, that a fast approach to handling the situation is always more beneficial than having it just linger. Confront whoever you need by stating the bad behavior, whatever it was, in a respectful tone. You've done your breathing, you've done your mindfulness. Describe the impact that their behavior has on the team or on you, and just request a change. I suggest using like the sandwich technique, sandwich the problem in between two positives. Something like your skills in X have come in very useful. However, when you speak in a disapproving tone, it makes others feel uncomfortable and less likely to perform effectively. I understand your frustration, but I just request that you bring concerns directly to me so that we can talk them through and come up with a plan together. So if you're able to offer support or even transfer the ownership of the problem, it will more than likely resolve. So handle conflict quickly. Number 6 is a reminder step. And the reminder is that we are all human. No one is perfect and no one knows everything. It's also an unreasonable expectation to think that someone is perfect. Things that can frustrate us about our boss or about our colleagues or about our teammates or employees could be things that they say, things that they do, maybe things they don't say or things that they don't do. Maybe it's how they write emails. Maybe it's how they manage a team. Maybe it's how much workload they have or they don't have. Maybe, the list can be endless. It's endless. And again, it causes unwanted stress. People can always improve, yourself included, and that ultimately is their own responsibility, not yours. So to have everyone perform to your standard of excellence is unrealistic, and it's setting you up for, guess what? More stress. So remind yourself that other people could possibly be just as stressed as you are, and they could actually be doing the best that they can, with what they know. So it really helps instead, okay, if this is a point that resonates with you, and you want a little bit of guidance in how to move through this, it really helps to focus on things that you appreciate rather than things that don't measure up for you. So think about that person and think about things that you appreciate instead of things that just don't measure up for you. Remind yourself why you are choosing to let go of this, and it's because nothing is worth your stress. I repeat, nothing is worth your stress. And that's why you're choosing to focus on things that you appreciate than the other things, okay? Because we want to reduce the stress. Sometimes all it takes is just to focus on yourself and your work without getting involved in other things at work that don't mean much for your retirement. Okay. Sometimes that's all it takes. Just do you. Number 7, stop the goss. I remember working in an office when I was 19, a cubicle office, and the amount of gossip was just crazy. I don't know if it's still like that now. Can you let me know with the comments? But what's the gossip like at your workplace? Even people used to come to our cubicles from other cubicles and lean over to gossip with like the lady next to me about someone else. Like the gossip was just endless in the kitchen, in the toilet. It was just on email. Gossip hurts relationships. It creates resentment. And again, it feeds your stress levels. Yuck. That's not what we want. I've been part of office gossip before when I used to have a corporate job, and it can almost be impossible not to participate, especially if you're in a cubicle. So, something that I did was use headphones or pretend that I was busy or focused on something else, or I literally just walked away. Disengaging is usually the best bet. So, gossip, if you have gossiped before, it just doesn't feel good. So think about it. How does gossip help you meet your goals? How does gossip, seriously, how does gossip make you feel? And also, a really powerful statement, question to ask yourself is, who are you becoming in that moment? So remember, you always have a choice. Office gossip is one of those things that you can always choose to opt out of, walk away, disengage. We are up to the last point, which is number 8, an attitude of gratitude. So random acts of kindness can go a long way. And just yesterday, a lady called me and mentioned how this one moment where we engaged helped her shift her whole perspective on life. I received a call and she said, I don't know if you remember me, but we were at training somewhere where I also train. And she said, I was struggling with a box jump and you came to me and you said that you can do it. And I helped her jump up on that box jump. And just that little moment, that little random act of kindness, that little random act of support shifted her whole perspective. Guys, the gifts that we give to other people, we are really gifting to ourselves. Remember that. Offering a compliment to someone at work, especially when it's unexpected, or even leaving a note on their desk or sending a cute email or a thoughtful email of appreciation can really make someone's day. And in turn, it will make your day better. Showing appreciation to others will have the opposite effects of gossip. Okay, so this will make you feel good. So you'll experience also better relationships, better mental health, and it will also help to reduce your stress. So, what can you be grateful for today instead? You could offer gratitude to those that also give you a few challenges. Because trust me, those people need the most love. And in the process, you might even create a more bearable working relationship with them. Another way to shift to an attitude of gratitude is to think about how you are listening to this or watching this or reading this. What are you lucky to have to be able to access this podcast? What are you lucky to have to be able to access this transcription or this blog? Think about how lucky you are to be where you are at the moment. You most probably have a job. That's why you're listening to this, which means you most probably have an income. You probably have a roof over your head, and food is probably easy to come by. Connect with that for a moment. How lucky are you? We really are. From now on, whenever you feel the stress monster rear its head, come back to all the good things in your life and be truly grateful for them. Most people have a lot more good than bad to worry about, and a simple positivity shift, as I mentioned before, will really help disallow negativity to overshadow all the positive things in your life. A simple practice after your work day or, before you go to bed to help your mindset is reminding yourself of your accomplishments today. So what did you accomplish today? What did you achieve today? What are you proud of yourself for today? Take a moment of reflection. If you're having dinner with someone, do it together. A beautiful reflection practice. Doesn't take long. We definitely don't celebrate the good things enough. So here is your opportunity to do that each and every day. I hope these points were useful. Feel free to share this with anyone that you feel it will serve, because nothing is worth your stress. Nothing is worth your stress. Life is way too short to sit here and worry about work stress. So try to incorporate a few of these steps into your work practice, and I'd love to hear how you go with it. Feel free to comment on my Instagram or wherever, and I can't wait to see you next week for my voice note series. See you later. Thank you times infinity for spending time with me. It really means a lot. Putting yourself first will really help escalate your goals, your dreams, and I love being on the journey with you. So make sure you come and tell me on my Instagram at Whole Health, which is HOL_health, and comment below this podcast photo to share your thoughts on my show today. And if you enjoyed it, please leave me a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify so that I can keep bringing amazing value to you. I'm sending you truckloads of love, power, and joy. Bye for now.